Okay, so we're going to add another little exercise into our daily inner core routine. So this is great for healing. It's great for strengthening that inner core. Remember that it's very important to exercise it from the inside out, especially if you're somebody who's working on pelvic floor or diastasis. So we have done cat-cow before. I know that you've done cat-cow. It's a very famous, well-known yoga pose. But what you probably didn't realize is how much of your core that it takes. But always remember that breathing is number one. So you have to have that good breathing technique and really pay attention to those core muscles as you go through the movements. So we're going to start on all four. Your knees should be shoulder width apart, hands shoulder width apart. All four, just kind of like rock back and forth. Make sure your weight is distributed evenly. Okay, and we're going to take a deep breath in. Remember, when we take a deep breath in, we're expanding, so our rib cage is going to poke out. And exhale, and pull everything tight. And deep breath in. Pulling everything tight. So give me 5 good breaths. When you're doing these, pay attention to your pelvic floor too. All right, now we're gonna go through the cat-cow movements. So let's go up to cat, and that's where we are arching our back up. So you're tucking your pelvis, tucking your hips under, pushing your upper back and your mid back up, pushing through those hands. And this is where we're gonna be exhaling. And inhale to cow. And hold. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. So we're pushing our butt up, pushing through our hands, but we're pushing our navel down towards the floor. Exhale to cat. And roll vertebrae by vertebrae. So you're really paying attention. And when you get to the tippy top, check your pelvic floor. Is it nice and tight? Are you breathing? Are you pulling it in? And just push through those hands, push through those knees, pull that core nice and tight. Exhale. And once again at the top, check your pelvic floor. Inhale. Hold that pelvic floor nice and tight. Exhale and relax. And then when you find yourself at your deepest point, check that pelvic floor. Let's go for one more. Pull everything nice and tight. Strengthen that inner core, navel to spine, as tight as you can. And blow all your air out. And when you blow all your air out, you should feel your core tightening again. Just kind of in a different way. So butt up, and then come down, and just give yourself a second to relax here in this seated position. So you can also do cat-cow from seated position, which for me particularly could be for anyone. You just have to try it for yourself. I can connect with my pelvic floor from the seated position better because I can kind of rest my pelvis on the floor. So you might have to lean forward a little bit, but you can do cat-cow from this position. So if you're feeling uncomfortable on hands and knees, come here, or you can do this after you do your hands and knees cat-cow. You can come to a seated cat-cow. So you just And as you roll forward and you connect your pelvis with the floor, that's when you really want to check and make sure that you're pulling nice and tight in that pelvic floor. And let your arms glide, really arch that back. Blow all your air out. And pay attention. Make sure you're paying attention to your core through all of these movements. Is it nice and tight? Stop for a second, check it. Make sure that you are really activating that inner core. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them. See ya.